what didn't happen in 2025 was me taking a break. I remember at some point right before Christmas, I just said, this is it. I'm done. Hard break. Whatever did not happen this year, it's done. It's over. We're starting over a clean slate next year. And I did that. Went home, went to the Florida Panhandle over Christmas. Gotta love a 78-degree Christmas in the Panhandle. And did that, really chilled the F out, came back strong. And that made me realize that, one thing you want to do if you want to start a new chapter, you have to have a break. You have to have a break and you have to get away for a little while. Just even if it's going back home, whatever. If you can go on a bigger trip somewhere farther away, great, good for you. But that helped me to reset, get perspective, and I didn't force any kind of reflection or any kind of perspective. I was just like taking a break, and reflection, perspective just started coming in little bits and pieces. And I remember back in late 2019, I went on a trip to Europe, 5 or 6 weeks, went all over Europe. The last stop was Iceland. It was late September 2019. And I was hiking through Iceland by myself for like 4 days. And it was amazing. I just had ultimate freedom, ultimate just do whatever the hell I wanted. Went hiking on a glacier, went, riding horses, all kinds of stuff. And I just remember thinking, like, having such clarity of like just that distance and the time away. I was like, oh, here's what I'm going to do. I am going to crush 2020 and maybe the rest of 2019. And I know exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to make this year what I haven't made the prior few years. It's going to be great. And then 2020. Oh, that happened. And I guess the question is, how do you, once you have the perspective? So step one, get perspective, take a break, take some time away, get the perspective. Once you have that, how do you follow through? It's easy to be on a vacation and be like, oh, yeah, these are the parts of my life that sucks. This is what needs to be fixed. I just feel like I'm going to do it. I'm so carefree right now. I'm going to go back and kick it. And then you get back and then you're right back in the same people, the same situations and same surroundings that kind of just pull you back into that day-to-day grind, and you kind of lose that perspective. How do you keep it? Maybe we can figure that out. I know that the thing that you absolutely need is that break and perspective. You can't just be like, and I did this last year. At some point in April, I was like, okay, this is it. This is the end of an era. We're starting over, starting tomorrow. I did like a journal entry. I thought about the things that were in what I had done the past few years that I didn't want to do anymore and what I wanted to do instead. And I did it. Didn't really work. I made some progress on that later in the year, but it didn't really work as well as I had hoped. And I think it's because it's hard to just be at home and be in your day-to-day and be like, this is the break. This is it. No more. I'm not saying it's impossible, but it's so much easier when you just stop. You go away for a while and then you get the insight and perspective, and then you come back, and then during that time that you're away, okay, maybe this is it. During that time that you're away, you have to figure out, okay, how am I going to prevent myself from drifting back into old habits, old things, things like that. And for me, I know that I need accountability. I can't just do it alone. And I think a lot of what I was doing the past year was just doing it alone. And to a certain point, that's okay. But to really stay motivated, you have to be around other people who are doing somewhat the same thing you're doing. There's a shared mission there, a shared sense of accomplishment, and you just don't feel as alone. You've got to have that around you, and you've got to have like external accountability. All things that I was just like, I don't need that. And I kind of did. So yeah, that's that's something that, with the time away that I realized that I actually needed.